Let's quickly consider this radioactive half-life radioactive question. If you are just joining us for the first time, this is JAMB YouTube channel. You can follow us on Facebook on JAMB Educational Hub. Now, this question is saying a radioactive nuclear has a half-life of about 20 years. Starting with the decay particle, the number of decay particles here is what? 100,000. How many particles will be left exactly at the end of what? At the end of 40 years. There are time here is 2. We have the starting point, which is the real half-life time, and we have the elapsed time. When you are solving this thing, I will give you 4. I will solve this problem in 4 ways. 3 formulas to solve this one, and I will use the other one. I will not use any formula, so that anyone you consider best suit for you, you can use it. Now let's proceed. When you are solving a radioactive half-life question, what you simply do is that, remember this, N here stands for what? Number of particles. Number of particles. NO here stands for initial number of particles. Initial number of particles. T here stands for what? Elapsed time. Elapsed time. Elapsed time. And small t here stands for what? Half-life time. Half-life. And elapsed time here is what? Is given as what? 40 years. Our half-life time is given as what? As what? 20 years. Our initial particle, our initial number of particles is what? 100,000. Now, how do you approach it? If you don't want to use formula, what you simply do is that this number of time, remember, a half-life is half the number of time a radioactive nuclear will reduce itself when it undergo a decay. Now, so we have 2 times here. We have one of the time and another time. So you are going to divide this 100 into 2 times or 2 successful occasions. Firstly, N here O is equals to what? 100,000. And this 100,000, if you divide it by 2, will give you what? This is for the first one, 20 years. At 20 years, when you divide this one, will give you what? It give you 50,000. 50,000. This is at 20 years. You will undergo it will reduce again at 40 now. At 40 years now. At 40 years, what will happen? You divide this one again. If you divide this one again, 2 will give you what? 25,000. 25,000 particles. Do we have any other years again? No. So our answer is what? 25. So our correct option is what? Option C. Do you get that? This is without using calculator. If you are given a number of particles like this, divide it into the number of times it undergo what? Decay. Now let's use formula. The first method, the first formula I'm going to give you is that N here is equals to initial number of particles times 1 all over 2 brackets. We have capital T all over what? T, that is initial elapsed time all over what? Half-life time. So N here will be equals to number of time is what? Number of particles is what? Is 100,000 times 1 all over what? All over elapsed time here is what? 40 divided by our half-life time is what? 20. So N here is equals to 100,000 times 1 all over 2 bracket 40 divided by 2, 20 will give you what? 2. N here will equals to 100,000 times 1 raised to power 2 is what? 1. 2 raised to power 2 will give you what? Give you 1 all over what? 4. So what you do is that 100 times 1 give you 100. 100 divided by 4. So N here will equals to 100,000 divided by what? 4. Our N here is equals to what? 25,000. So it's the same answer. Do you get that? If you don't want to use this method, you can simply use this formula. If you don't want to use this formula, let me give you another formula. Remember, subscribe to Ojemai TV on YouTube, or you follow us on Facebook on Ojemai Educational Hub. The second formula, use this formula. N here is equals to NO times exponential decay minus decay constant time. Are you following? This is half lifetime. Are you following? So now N here will be equals to our decay constant. This decay constant here is equals to, decay constant is given as, so you need to memorize it. Decay constant is given as ln, this ln is in the calculator, so ln 2 all over time. This is our elapsed time. So if you substitute into the formula, you have N is equals to 100,000. Working with calculator, just solve this one. If you have any problem in having the same answer, put it on the comment section. Once again, thank you. Any question, put it on the comment section. Bye bye.